Hello everyone. In this one we're gonna go ahead and review the acceleration pack, and we got 4 cars in this one, and here they are on the screen. The first one, we'll start with the bottom right corner, the Supervan. So we got the 2022 Ford Supervan 4. This is an EV, I think, and we're gonna test it out in a second. We'll start with that one. Then we got the 2019 G10 RM. It's the Ginetta G10 RM. Then we got the Shelby, the 1967 GT500, a classic. And finally, we're going to end with our 2021 McLaren Sabre. So these are the 4 cars we're going to check out. They're all in their stock conditions right now. And you can see that the Supervan starts us off with Performance Class S2. We'll tune it up to see what's even available. For a lot of the EVs, there's not much available, right? So we'll see what's up. But then with the G10 and the GT500 and the Sabre, I'm looking forward to see what these cars can bring in terms of the level of excitement we can expect. So let's start with the 2022 Supervan for the future, and we'll hop in. Let's go to Forza Vista. And there you have it. It's nighttime in Forza as usual. Here's what it looks like. We're gonna hop in and explode first, see what opens up. Look at those 2 tiny doors on a big van. All right, there's not even any side doors. It's just like the front 2 doors. It's crazy. All right, so this is from the acceleration pack, and then let's try to hop in if it lets us. Look at that. A racing setup, a very cool looking steering wheel, probably the coolest looking steering wheel in any van in this game. All right, look at that giant screen down in the middle console, and then also your dash and your speedometer and stuff. That's a horizontal screen also. So really cool looking car, definitely all racy setup. As you can see, it's all about racing in here. Right, with all the bars and the supports that are in place. So let's go ahead and check out the back and stuff. Let's get out real quick. We didn't get to hop out and see what's going on. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Hopping out. Okay. There you go. Okay. This is what it looks like. The electric Supervan. No step. All right. The rear, lights. Tail lights look pretty cool. It's a really stylish looking van, you gotta admit. Real stylish looking. I mean, the front of it looks like most modern minivans, but the side profile and the rear is definitely acting like it's the future. So that's what it is. We're gonna hit the space bar and get it going. Stock. Oh wow, that looks super cool. Let me take that back, what I said about the front looking like most minivans. It definitely didn't in that shot. All right. Very low, very cool looking. Here's your profile once again from the side. Oh my goodness. Ooh, oh my goodness. Whoa. Did not expect that. Super fast. It's called Supervan for a reason. All right. So you can see this from the bottom right corner of my screen. I have 2 modes for this car. There's the all-wheel drive and the drift setup. So right now we're in the all-wheel drive mode, and I don't know what the drift is going to be like, but let's go ahead and see what the all-wheel drive is like. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Why did that car just try to run into me? Okay, and a 2-speed electric. That is so rare. Okay, I'm pressing down on the throttle real hard, all the way in. 200 miles an hour. Yep, and the second gear is the second speed is the top speed. So a 2-speed electric, that's not very common in this game. I think there might be 1 or 2 other cars that have that sort of a thing, but I'm maxing out right now at like 218 miles an hour. And it is super speedy, guys. And I'm so glad the sun's coming out, because I wasn't feeling the nighttime vibes there for a minute. And here we go. Wow. Okay, we're gonna just keep it down all the way. All right, we're at 218, 219, 220, 221. That seems to be our max speed right now. It's not going any further than that. All right, so there we go. Let's see what we can do. What kind of coverage are we getting? We are getting 1,322, was it? In terms of our footage. Wow. Okay. Whew. Okay. So while we're here, let me go to the drift track, which is right here, I believe. Yep, I see the tires. And let me turn it into that drift mode. Put the car in that drift mode. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so now it is in drift mode. Okay, it is. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm gonna have to get used to that. It's really happy. Okay, so hold on. Let me get my steering wheel to drift setup. Okay, steering wheel is on. Drift profile. Okay. I don't know. Did it talk about power sliding and calling that drifting? Because I don't know if I can. Okay, ooh. The acceleration is so fast that it's really hard to figure this out. Okay, usually I can figure out a car pretty quick. No. Ooh. It's definitely sliding all over the place. Whew. Yeah, I think that the trick is going to be to keep it really light on the throttle. And the deceleration is not working for this one. I think it needs to decelerate a little bit quicker. Okay, I'm getting a hang of it on that bend a little bit better. All right, so the speed is key here. Oh my gosh. This is a challenge right here. No. Wow. Okay. So the drift mode isn't for me right now. I'm gonna need a lot more practice with this to get that going. But slow speed is still fine. At higher speed, it doesn't work at all. Yeah, you have to really be careful about the throttle. The throttle here is different. Yeah, see right there, I did it too much again, and then I had my foot off the throttle mid-drift, and then it just didn't decelerate. It just didn't decelerate like I expected it to. So I have to like let go of the throttle even sooner, I feel like. I have to treat it more like a power slide, I feel like, than a drift, where I can't see it. Right now I have no throttle. So the bend went a little bit better, but then I lost control after that. Woo! Okay, so this is going to be a lot of work. All right. But anyway, let's go back to the tuning shop. I think with this setup, it's going to definitely... Actually, we don't need to go to the tuning shop. Let me just put it back in all-wheel drive mode. And let's go to the stadium. And I think after the stadium we can try tuning it up to see if it makes any difference. It's already super fast. Like, I can't imagine on an electric what kind of a tune we can upgrade to that'll lead it to even more speed. But hey, it's worth checking it out. We'll see if we can get from 217, 218, 220 to like 240, 250. That'll be worth it. So I'm gonna go check it out right after this. But it's very fast. All right, let me get my handling back. There you go. Feeling better. Came back from the drift setup into normal driving. Yeah, really cool car though. So in first gear, the max speed I can reach is 151 miles per hour. All right, and in the second speed is where you get that 220 max speed. So that's pretty cool. Very fast, and the braking does work real well. And handling is pretty good. Feels pretty planted in this all-wheel drive setup. When you're not in the drift mode, it's not really, you know, spinning out as much. It's very well controlled, the throttling of it. 150 miles per hour, 151. I gotta shift up, but I have to slow down here. Okay, so there should be no problem getting this thing inside the stadium because we're already driving 150, 155, pretty much without problems here. All right, shift down, get it turned around, straighten out the car a little bit, and let's go. Let's go to the stadium. Okay, 165 miles per hour. Easy work. All right, we're in there. Bing. All right, we got a couple of friends out here doing their thing. And then we're back up out of here. So that's a Supervan right here. Really fun car. Definitely fast. It's got 2 modes, 2 speeds to play around with. So there's a bit of challenge involved in the car. And if you're really into, you know, playing around and learning it, you can spend a bit of time testing it out and playing around with it. Definitely an exciting car. We're gonna head on to the garage next, and then we'll see. We'll tune it up. We'll see what we can do, and then we'll go to our final jump, which is the runway jump. So here we go. Let's go back home, and from home we'll hop into the garage, see what kind of top speed is out there for this car in upgrades and tuning, finding some setups. All right, so this goes up to 262. All right, so why not? That's pretty cool. S2 267.2, 256, 256, 267.6, even faster. All right, so let's go with this. Oh, 271.5. All right, so people have found ways to get it up there. So let's go with this one. 271.5 miles per hour top speed. 0 to 60 seems a lot slower though for some reason, but it does have the same 1,878 horsepower, and the weight is higher too. So why would I do that for top speed? I'd much rather have a lower weight than that, right? So let's go with 267.6 because the weight, it reduces our time and our air time, and I don't like that for our jumps. The kind of jumps we like to do, and the kind of jump that I'm about to do, I'd like to have a lighter setup that'll get me farther. We want to cross that river and join the River Crossers Club. So here we go. Wow, this is a van. Whew. Oh, that second gear, when I got into that, it felt like a NOS boost, like a nitrous boost. It was crazy. Oh, look at that. It jumped 232. Wow. Okay, so speed is not an issue. Definitely an exciting drive. Definitely an exciting drive. It's different. You still get the feeling of, you know, having to shift when you want to. You can downshift when you want to. And downshift braking was really, really effective. Because it's electric and I can just downshift, and you know, it's actually better than trying to press the brakes. That was pretty cool. Oh, that was not. I tried to test that downshift again, and this time around it just crashed out. All right, all-wheel drive, come on now. Let's kick that all-wheel drive. Get me up. No, it's not gonna. We need a bit of a runway. All right, so that experiment failed. I was like, let me see how much I could push it before I downshift brake and see what happens. But 200 miles an hour was too much. All right. Turns out. All right, so here we go. We're at our classic runway jump. And if I'm just stepping on it and letting it rip, we just got 237, 38, 39, 42, 45 miles per hour before I just pressed brakes. All right, we're gonna turn around. All right, so this little runway stretch got us to like 245, and I'm hoping that I could get to 250 at least, because that'd be kind of cool. All right, so here we go. We're just gonna do a regular jump, straight up. 200 and what is it? 245, 250. And where are we taking us? Bong, smack in the middle of the river. All right, it's pretty good for a big old car. It was like 4,000 pounds, this thing. Okay, so it's a very heavy car. I mean, it's done pretty well in my view. All right, we're gonna try to do a barrel on this. I think it'll be exciting. The handling is pretty good. That, you know, it handles real well at high speeds also. It's very grippy and sharp, so that's pretty cool too. All right, there we go. We're back very fast. We're back very quickly. All right, we're still in the all-wheel drive setup, going real fast. 200 it reaches pretty quickly, which is very nice. Right now I'm at 245 again. And we're gonna spin out, and we're back at it. Let's go. All right, so this time around we're gonna try to do a barrel. Let's see what we can do. We're already at 200, 220. All right, I'm gonna have to create a big angle. I feel like it's a big car, gonna need a lot of momentum. 250. Okay. Ooh, kind of a barrel. I don't know what that is, but we went way too far. All right, did travel quite a bit of a distance, and we ended up on the island. Let me try one more time. I think my angle was obviously off. I didn't really do a full barrel, so I want to give it another go. Pretty fun though. It feels very arcade. All right, as you would expect. You know, it's Forza, and on top of that you're driving an electric car, so it feels like extra arcade. But a lot of the electric cars feel that way, except I think the Koenigsegg Regera. That one felt a little different. The Battista feels a bit different, but this one kind of feels like a little fake old car in an arcade that you're riding around, and it just goes wherever you want it to. There you go. Which is cool, which is what I like. Have fun, do crazy things, insane things. There you go. All right, let's get set, go again. Acceleration pack, Supervan. This is crazy fast, electric with 2 speeds, 235 miles an hour. I'm going. All right, we're gonna start turning. Oh, a little too early. A little too early. Okay, the brakes help. We don't have to go all the way. I feel like I want to try one more time. That wasn't where I wanted to be on the ramp. I think we can do better. Doomslayer, I'm happy to play. Add me on. During the live, I'm probably gonna try to finish this car pack because I'm trying to review the car pack right now. This is the acceleration car pack, but later on we could definitely play. I'm happy to join. All right, here we go. Last round with this. No matter what, this is the last one. All right, we're back at it. Spun out a little too much. Here we go. Second gear, 200 miles per hour hitting now. And still going up very quickly to 30 hitting now. All right, let me focus. Yes, that I'm satisfied with that. That was a good spot I hit on the ramp. Even though a little too much on the right, but hey, that was a good barrel. All right, so there you have it. This is our van. Not just any van. This is the 2022 Ford Supervan 4. All right, very fast EV, but not any classic EV. It's not just like a normal bland EV. It's got 2 speeds and 2 modes. It's got a drift mode and it's got an all-wheel drive mode. And boy, that first gear gets you up to 151, and then you get into the second gear and always it feels like a nitrous boost that you get all of a sudden. Pretty cool, pretty insane. Oh, that red car, I was like, is that a real person or is that a drive-atar? But it was a real person, it turns out. All right, so here we go. We're back at it. That's the nice thing about electric. Doesn't matter if you slow down, you come right back with super fast acceleration. This is the acceleration pack, so you get that. All right, we're gonna do a crazy jump right here. Let's see how much we can do. We are at 245, 250. This is the fastest we've gone so far. 257, 259, and then we try to spin out. And there you go, a little tornado. Okay, one little tornado spin, and we're still going, still doing. Look at that. How many spins can it do just standing? So that was cool. There you have it, the Supervan 4. Now we're gonna head home and switch on to the next. Here we go. Acceleration pack continued. We go home, and we're gonna now hop into our next car, which let's do the G10. All right, G10. Let's go ahead and look for it. The G10 Ginetta. There it is. All right, this is the 2019 Ginetta G10 RM, stock, performance class A at 769. We're gonna hop in, check out Forza Vista. Looking like a mean car, looking like one of them James Bond cars, like 007 cars. That's what it looks like. We're gonna explode it up, see what we come up with. The hood doesn't pop, but those little doors do pop, and that red leather interior is beautiful. Oh, how gorgeous is that? That contrast is looking super nice. All right, we're gonna hop in. We got the crankers right here for the windows and for the side view mirrors. All right, let me back up a little bit. All right, there's a shifter. We got a lot of good old red leather. All right, nothing at the top to look at, but it looks like the top does come off. You see those little clamps up there, the screws? Looks like it needs a Phillips head screwdriver, but we could get it off. All right, really beautiful wooden wheel. Very nice, lots of gauges, and the red contrast, the red accent, little buttons on the side on the dash. That looks real nice. All right, let's hop back out, and we want to check out the back, what it looks like from the back. Ooh, look at that. It's got a real race and sporty kind of a look. Look at this. And does it have like 2 gas things? What is this? I don't know what that is, but looks super cool. All right, step back out, take it out for a spin. Here we go. The Ginetta G10, fellas. For the boys. Let's go. Hi, Emmeline. Yeah, we can definitely play Forza together. Like I said, during this live, I'm trying to review this car pack right now. We got the acceleration car pack, but we could play another time. Feel free to add me on. Zigzag gameplay. All right, let's check this out. Okay, performance class A. Let's go. All right, just did a launch. Okay, very fast acceleration to 100 already. Wow, that was fast. For performance class A, even that was very fast. Okay. Ooh, lots of nice force feedback. It does want to spin out, it feels like, if I'm not careful. Okay. Very nice. 5th gear, 162, 166, 170. Sounds real nice. I like this sound. It's kind of got that muscular sound, you know? Woo! Weaving right in and out. Alright, handles okay. Feels like I need to be very careful and cautious because the rear, I feel like I don't have a lot of control of. So I need to be careful with my throttling and my brakes. And we can step on out now. Here you go. 5th gear, 176 miles per hour. We're still accelerating slowly. 180, 185. Yep, 186, 187, 189. 189 miles per hour is what we hit. Ooh. Oh man, it's very grippy. You saw that? It just didn't want to keep skidding. It just stopped. It's almost like it stopped dead in its tracks as soon as they hit the road. All right, I'm getting the feeling maybe with this kind of a car that's, ooh, look at those flames. This is stock, guys. This is stock. All right, definitely a cool feel for a stock car. Definitely a cool feel for a stock car. Okay, I think, and it's gonna spin all the way. There you go. Okay, so the acceleration dies out right there. All right, let's go back and let's go into the stadium. I think we can make it to the stadium just like this, and then we'll try on a couple of different tuning setups with this one. I feel like we want to go for the speed, and then we can also go for shout out to Plug Hub Fishing. What up, Plug Hub? I think this might be a good drifter too, so we want to give that a try. Look at this car. Okay, it stays down, all fours, baby. Okay, so we're good. Let's drive on the right side of the highway. Okay, it's doing pretty good. Ooh, almost spun out there. Woo! 175 miles per hour. There you go. Tiny little thing. I'm afraid I'm going to lose control. Wow. Okay, this is definitely very engaged driving experience. I'll tell you that. And it wants to spin out. It's got the power. It's got the power. All right. So let's see if we can make it inside the stadium. I don't see why not. The only trouble I might get or might run into is obviously going down those bends. These corners are kind of difficult. I was too fast coming in on that one. So these corners are going to be tricky, but besides that, if I get past that, use the dirt a little bit to my advantage, keep it straight, we should be able to get inside the stadium. Let's see. I've done it enough times by now, I feel like. Got no excuse. Here we go. And this is a tiny car. I didn't see the weight on it, but I'm imagining it's a lightweight car. Oh no, it didn't get up there. No, Ooh. Oh man, that's sad. That was embarrassing. All right, should we try one more time, or should we just speed it up? Should we try one more time? I feel like I should try one more time. Why not? We only have 4 cars in the car pack. We got the time. But you know, the acceleration up to 150 is not that great. Okay, early on up to 100 is very good. Gets up to 100 quickly, but getting up from 100 to 150 is definitely on the slower side. It's performance class A, and it's got a mid performance class A rating around 760, I think it was. But anyway, we'll tweak it up if we need to, but I'd like to make it work if I can. See, 100 I catch up to very quickly, and then I got these cars to dodge. $141 is all I got, guys. And we 141 miles an hour. That's the lowest speed that I got a car into the stadium with. Bing! Alright, so that's the lowest speed for sure. I have never gotten a car in the stadium going 141 miles per hour, and it almost didn't. It hit the bleachers, it hit the seats, the stands, and then it kind of bumped itself in. So it barely made it, but wow, I have never achieved that before. 141 miles per hour to get a car in there. That's an achievement. But anyway, let's go home. We want to tune this thing up, and maybe we'll tune it up twice, but first let's go for speed. Let's see what kind of top speed we can get, because it's a tiny little car, and if we can get it to go really fast. Hey KT, what's up, Chester? If we can get it going, then you know, we have a chance of crossing that river, I feel like. So let's see what we can do. All right, we're in the garage. We're gonna do upgrades and tuning, custom upgrade. Well, you know what, let me just buy one. Why not? Find a tuning setup that gets us top speed. And what are we working with? 274.7. Can you believe that? Look at that handling. It's 5.3. Terrible handling. But 274, almost 275 miles per hour with 1,356 horsepower. I mean, I have to obviously try that. Nothing's going to come close to that. Yeah, nothing is coming close to that, guys. 274 comes close, but the handling is even worse. Why would I do that? There's another S2 over here that goes up to 274, and the handling is about the same, 5.1. So let me go back to the very first one. This S2 with 5.3, we gotta try that. Download and install. Let's see how much it's gonna run us back. And it's about to tell us this runs us back almost $100,000. 99,850 credits. That's what it runs it. That's how much it cost us, but we're taking it because, you know, you gotta pay to play. You gotta pay to play. Let's go. Let's see what this setup is all about. We're gonna try to go straight to our runway jump. We're gonna try to cross that river with this kind of speed. If we can reach that top speed, you know, acceleration is a different story. But if we could reach that top speed on the runway, if we get to 265, 270, this car is going to cross that river. River crosses club. You know how we feel about that. That's the elite level. Elite level cars get to the river crossing club. Oh my god, it's so fast, guys. And the force feedback I'm feeling is intense. It's strong. Woo, okay. Definitely harder to turn. Ooh, jumps. Wow, tiny little thing. It's gonna be hard to control. Yep, that's what I'm feeling. That's what was gonna happen. Oh my gosh, hard to control. More like a drag. Right, this is gonna be a dragster. I'm not sure if I'm gonna drive this thing around with this kind of speed. But and that terrible kind of handling. And just like that, we're almost there. Woo! Ain't no joke, this car with this tuning setup. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This car is something else. Alright, but we're here. We're here to see it. We're here to witness it. We're here to try it out. Let's go. 150 miles per hour easily. 160, 170, 180, 190. Oh my god. It's accelerating so fast, I can't even keep up. Alright, so let's go up. We made it to our destination. We didn't ask Anna to take us here, but we're here. Alright. Woo! Oh my god. Now I'm flooring it. Okay, 192. Oh my god, I can't keep up. 230 already? 235, 240, 250 already? Oh my goodness. I don't know about all that. Let me just park here for a second. All right, here we go. Let's go. Woo! Those shifts are so short, so fast. I'm already at 200 miles an hour, 7 speed, 250. I'm hitting. Okay, 260. 269. I mean, what's it gonna take to cross the river? 269 miles per hour. Oh my gosh, it's still heavy, huh? It's still heavy. I gotta try one more time because I feel like I need to hit the ramp the right way. Sometimes it's the way you enter the ramp that affects how far you can go. Maybe I need to tap the brakes right before the ramp to kind of enter it smoothly. Wow. Super fast, though. I can't believe it. 270 miles per hour. Oh, 360 didn't work. Man, this little thing is super fast though. If I could improve the handling on this thing, it can be a really great car. Woo! My goodness. Woo! Let me get out of here. All right. Anything? Same kind of distance? A little bit closer to the end. A little bit closer to the end, but not crossing the river. So we're not going to join the river crossing club today in this one. All right. We tried a couple of different tries. Let's go for a barrel. It is very close. It is very close. If I could reduce the weight on my own, maybe it could get there. But right now we don't have time for all of that. Really cool car though. Cool car, fun, exciting. Gets adrenaline going. And it's just not easy gimme drive. It's, you know, it requires a little bit of skill to get it going, to keep it under control. So that's always a fun challenge. But my goodness. That kind of speed in this little car just feels stupid. Unbelievable. Alright, here we go. This time around, we're going to try to do a barrel. See what we can do. Woo! Can't keep up with the shifting either. Shifts so fast. My gosh. Alright, so this round, we're trying to go for a barrel. See if we can turn this thing. Kind of, sort of. We're just going to stay upside down. Looks like we might land on the bridge, though. Can't complain about that. Look at that. Okay, so we'll take that. We will take that and run with it. First attempt, we land on the bridge. How you like that? The barrel wasn't that great, though. Oh. Got too cocky, lost control. Alright, so there you have it. This is the Ginetta G10, the second car in the acceleration pack. I don't know. I like this car better than the van, obviously. The van's an EV. There's not much you can do with the van, but I thought the van was interesting. It was an interesting car. It was very fast. It had better handling than this, so that was always good. I mean, this car, now that I've tuned it up to something crazy that it can't even handle, the handling is getting in the way of the pleasure that comes with a speedy car. Alright, so that's that. Why is this red truck just standing there? Trying to create an obstacle for me. I'm already struggling, trying to keep this car straight. And then we got the red truck. What are you doing, bro? Alright, here we go. We're going to do one crazy jump. I think we can take this car out to fly. Real nice. Woo! Alright, so here we go. 245 miles per hour, 250, 260, yep. 260, 270. And we just let it rip. Didn't do anything. Alright. Very nice. So look at that. It just stays on the ground. This car doesn't tumble over, nothing. Alright, so really well balanced in that sense, I guess. It keeps its four, paws on the ground, which is always cool. Alright, we're ready for our next car though. So very, very cool cars. Both cars very unique, very interesting. Let's go ahead and spin this wheel real quick. Alright, so give me something good. We're doing live right now. Something good. Alright, 100K. We'll take that. That's how much we spent on the car and the tuning setup. So we'll take that. Everything's paid for now. Let's go home. And let's hop into the next one. So two cars, both very unique. The Supervan 4 and the G10, the Ginetta G10. Very interesting cars. I like the Ginetta very much because it's an exciting car. I didn't like this last tuning setup. It was definitely, the speed was all there, but I like to get a more balanced tuning setup next round to kind of see what we can do with this. Well, one thing I did want to try actually was some kind of a drift setup. So why don't we do that while we're here? Let's go ahead and find a tuning setup that already has been created. Okay. And this time around, we want to pick drift and see what comes up. What has the Forza community created? No, nothing good here. This looks like it's promising, but a lot of horsepower. I'm not sure if I can handle 1,356 horsepower. That's way too much. Feels crazy. It feels extreme. All right, I don't know. Let me see if I can find something chiller. This is 716 horsepower. That might be too chill. All right. What else is there? All right. This one is 1,000 horsepower. Real. Okay. So this looks promising to me. This is more like my cup of tea. All right. Let me go with this. And it's not like out of control. It doesn't look like it's out of control type of a setup. Let me turn to drift setup. we're putting this on, and then we're gonna take it out for another spin. Just real quick, real quick. I'm not gonna master the drifting of this thing right now in one shot, but I want to just test it out to see what kind of balance and stuff this car is working. What kind of... Ooh, okay, okay. It was already, you know, in its stock form. Woo! Okay, okay, okay. Woo! Okay. I'm liking that. I'm liking what I'm feeling so far. I feel like third gear might be the one. The second on the slower bends felt pretty good, but there's a drift zone up here that I like to go to try to test a few things out. So we're gonna try doing that right now. There's a ramp coming up that'll take us up to that drift zone. We'll do that. All right. All right, drift zone. Where are you? Right there. All right. I am gonna shift down to third because I don't want to do something crazy. Bronco's out here flashing. Woo! I was a little reckless there coming in, but... Ooh, no, no, no. It comes back so quick on its own. Okay. I can work with this. I can work with this. I can learn this. Ooh, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this, guys. Woo, okay, okay. Spin it out, sideways. No, you son of a... Woo! Okay, I am down with this. Let me go down this way. Let's try it this way. Oh, minivan. It's so annoying. Alright, so this reverse, going in reverse is not my joint, clearly. But this thing is a lot of fun. Oh, okay, so that speed is way too much going down the hill. Okay. Down the hill drift is definitely not as easy. Look at that. Haha. Okay. Woo. Dodge that bullet. All right, so Ginetta drift setup. I'm feeling it, guys. I'm really feeling it. All right, this is gonna be a good one. This is one I might add to the favorites. You know what I mean? This might be one of them. Might have to get added to the favorites for a later trial. All right, we might have to develop our proficiency in later times. All right, real fun. Definitely has been pretty exciting. Oh man, pretty amazing. All right, let me see if I can get it up there and then just Oh, kangaroo it up and jump off this cliff. Look at that. Spree! Another drift zone. Look at this thing. And I still have 2 more cars to review. Woo! Oh, man. I hate you. I hate you. This stupid Bronco. This is the same one that had me on the other one. The other drift zone too. When I entered it, it was like right there. How you like that? Woo! I'm feeling this car, guys. I'm feeling this. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. All right. I'm having too much fun. I need to chill out. I need to chill out. I need to get to the other 2 cars. There's more cars. All right, let's go home. Actually, home is right here, so I don't need to necessarily go and teleport to it. Home is right there. And this is how we should drive home, right? Pull up in the house, drifting around. Pops is gonna be mad. Oh. Destroying the block. And here we are. Okay. Wow, that was a lot of fun. I have the Diablo GTR. Just Gens. Hi, Just Gens. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the Diablo. Everybody keeps on asking me about the Diablo GTR. I'm gonna hop into that one at the end of this. So let's do the car pack first. And yeah, that car's nuts. So we'll figure it out. But first, let's go to recently added. So we have reviewed the G10, definitely a favorite drifter. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my favorites, that's for sure. All right, the van was a lot of fun. It's definitely one of the better electrics in this game. It's a good EV. It's a fun EV with 2 speeds, 2 modes. It's got a drift mode even, this van. The Supervan 4 has a drift mode. That's crazy. All right, GT500, obviously a classic, a cult classic, comes in at performance class C, so not much probably to write home about, but we're gonna check it out right now. It's a classic looking car, looks amazing. Let's go down to Forza Vista and see what's good. All right, here's what it looks like. We're gonna explode everything. That's all we can explode. Okay, let's go around. Oh, we got the little trunk and we got a spare tire in the back in case, you know, just in case. There are no headrests on the seats. These seats are meant for you to be lounging on. There's no support for the head. Your head should be focused on the road, right? They're making their statements loud and clear. And here we go. Look at that little knob for the side view mirrors. You got to play around with the knob. See, this is classic, beautiful. Oh, look at that Cobra. Oh man, that little serpent symbol right there looks amazing. All right, Shelby, we're good. Everything looks beautiful in here. Wow. All right, classic muscle. Here we go. We hop in. We test out the car stock. Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Yes, I have the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. I'm going to do the Diablo, and if you stay tuned, I'll hop into that one too. All right, let's go ahead and test out the sound a little bit. This is from the Acceleration Car Pack. This is the GT500, the Shelby, right? 1967 Shelby GT500. Here we go. All right, we are at almost 100 miles an hour. This is performance class C, by the way. Okay, definitely feels like an old muscle. Very flimsy handling. Fourth gear, 110 miles per hour, 111. All right, so stock feels pretty good. Let's hop in, see what it looks like on the inside. 125 miles per hour, 130 now going down the hill. Fourth gear is our top gear. That's all we're gonna get on this. All right. So, you know what? Before I even go anywhere else, let me just save a trip. Let me just go back home and let's tune this up. I think it's ready to be tuned up. We're not going to, you know, drive this around in performance class C. That's not going to happen. All right, so let's hop back out. Let's go home. And let's do it the right way. Let's spark it up. All right, tune it up to some top speed, some crazy madness, and then we'll see if there's a drift setup available for us also. I don't need to go here. It's the upgrades and tunes I'm looking for. We're gonna find something good here right now, and we don't need drift at the moment. Let's go for top speed. All right, in top speed, we can go up to performance class S2. This is 250 miles per hour, 231, 267. 267 miles per hour top speed. This one gives us 251. This has better handling. Acceleration's at 10. 5.4. Ooh, this acceleration is good too. So, yeah, we might as well keep the higher acceleration. 0 to 60 on this is 2.14. This is 2.28, so higher top speed, but 0 to 60 is slower. I'd rather have a higher 0 to 60. I don't even know if we're going to get to the top speed, but 251 seems like we could do better than that. All right. So let's go with this right now. These are the options that are available. You know, just hop in something, try it out, and see what we can do. 33,000 is how much the damage is going to be to get this set up. Hey, what's up, Chase? Shout out to Chase. Met's the best. All right, here we go. Let's try it to Shelby now. GT500, not a car that I usually drive very much since the acceleration pack, but it is a cool looking car. Okay, so this feels a lot better than the performance class C already. And I do feel like there's a swap that's happened. The engine sounds a little bit different to me in this tuning setup, but whatever it is, we're gonna go straight through our jumps today. Woo! 7th gear, 200 miles per hour. This is what? An 8-speed transmission? I don't know. All right, we're gonna go straight to our first jump at the festival site, and then we'll go to the stadium and we'll do the usual. 180 miles per hour, 185. Ooh, losing control there for a second. Yeah, it's too fast for its own good. 7th gear, 196, 200. Still accelerating upwards. We got 225. My goodness. 237, 242, 243 or something. I don't know how I'm turning sideways, but that's what happened. Bong. Okay, failed jump, but very fast. That's what matters. The jumps don't matter. How fast we're going is what matters, and it's going real fast. All right, so here we go. On toward the stadium. The stadium should be no problems at all. The handling will be a problem. I can already feel it. This bend, this corner right now that I just took wasn't bad. Like, this is fine too, going 150 miles per hour. So that gives me a little bit of confidence. I feel like I'll be able to pull it off. You know, the brakes are okay on this setup. All right. Woo! Yeah, I think you should be able to do fine because the acceleration is so good. Very quickly gets to 180, 185. Going downhill right now, just going 190, 200 easily. Alright, this is that bend of death. Always crash here. A lot of traffic in Forza today. What's going on? Have they changed their algorithm? Have they done an update or something? We got a lot of cars coming through in our way, which I don't appreciate. Alright, I appreciate it when I'm just driving and messing around. I don't appreciate it when I'm trying to review a car and trying to do a jump and you get in the way and I have to slow down. So here we go. We're at the site, destination reached. We're gonna go down a little ways to set our jump up. Yeah, it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. Yeah, it accelerates so fast that even if I have to slow down, I think I'll be able to just, you know, go full throttle and it'll pick up. There you go. Woo! Okay, it's getting dark. 175 should easily get us in there. In honor of the World Cup qualifiers, we're gonna go ahead and hit our ball as usual. Bing! There you go. Let's take the ball home. All right, let's go. We're gonna have to speed up a little bit because I want to get to the McLaren very quickly. And the last thing we're gonna do right here, where's our map? No, I don't want to go home. I want to get to our jump, the last jump. Fast travel. And we're there. Hi, Alma. What's up, Siddharth? What's up, Siddharth Jane? What's happening? What's up, Alma? What's up, Cooper? If I didn't say hi to you all, saying hi now. Justin. Jen. Sorry, not Justin. Saying hello again. Alright, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Lost track there. Got my eyes on the chat. Forgot. Alright, here we go. So this one is going to be a straight jump into the river. And hopefully, we'll see if we can cross the river. This thing does speed up pretty fast. Woo! The acceleration is just horrendous. It's crazy. Not horrendous, like tremendous. All right, 175, 180, 200 right there. Man, we're just getting there so fast. All right, 220 now. Obviously, it's not as fast. We're getting to 240, maybe. Okay, we're turning again. And this tank of a car is not even going to get to the water. All right, that is what I kind of expected for this car, from this car, because usually the muscles are very heavy, big tank cars. Very hard to get them on the jump and get some coverage and some footage, so that's not going to happen. But here we are ready for our barrel though, and then we'll do the McLaren. Woo! There you go. And we're good. Man, accelerates so fast. Up to 200 and then it starts to slow down quite a bit and then it's hard to get to 250. We didn't get to 250 last time. Almost did. But here we are. This is the barrel run. This is our barrel. Can we do a barrel? No. We're just doing a rocket straight into the bridge. Oh no. Didn't do it. Couldn't do it. But I think I could do a barrel, a better barrel. So let's go ahead and try to do a better job on this one. We'll do one more chance, one more try. Alright, last try for the barrel, and then we're gonna head on home and get into that McLaren. I've been waiting for the McLaren, the Sabre. That car actually, you know, I won't spoil it, but it's not what it seems. Let's just put it that way. Alright, we're back in. Ginetta driving. All right, here we go. We're back at it. Now it's all about alignment. Oh, come on. Whatever this jump is, it's not a barrel. But guess what? Guess what? We're upside down on the bridge. Take that. Mission accomplished. You know what? We could do things in reverse. How about that? So from here on out, let me get into McLaren. And then we'll try it stock. We'll see what it can do stock, right? It probably gets to 200 on its own. We don't have to do much to it to get to 200 miles per hour. So let me get into our stance, our regular, you know, spot, the starting line right here. And let me get into the McLaren. All right, so that's it, the Shelby. The Shelby is definitely a fun car. I would like to throw some drift tires on this thing to see how that goes. And, you know, maybe we'll come back to that. But first, let's try to get back into our last car of the car pack and acceleration car pack. No, I'm not doing that. Changing cars, what I'm doing. Okay, so the last car is the 2021 McLaren Sabre. S1 887 rating. We're getting in the car and we're gonna try this jump stock. Should be fine. All right, get set. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Ooh, it looks nice on the inside. Wow, okay. Woo. Okay. Ooh, I'm liking this. Let me hop back outside. All right, so like I said, it's not what it seems, okay? It's not what it seems. We're going 185 miles per hour right now. But it's performance class S1, so it's meant to be tuned up 196, 197, 190, 200. All right, we just got to 200 miles per hour, and here's what we got. It's a heavy car also. It's not a small car. All right, when we get there, we don't even get to the beach. We barely get to the beach, all right? So clearly, this one's going to need a bit of a tune-up. All right, so let's go ahead and tune this up, and then we'll go through our usual jumps. We'll go home, try to get top speed on this, see what we can do. Garage, upgrades. This time around, we're going to find a tune that is all about top speed. And we're getting 255.2. 263, that's the highest one. All right, so 263 is what we got as the highest one right here. Right here. All right, everything remains pretty much the same. 2.10 to 60. 1.80 to 60, okay. So that's actually pretty good. And 3,200 pounds. Okay, so the poundage is still the same. It does get slower. Higher horsepower, 1,232 horsepower. All-wheel drive. All-wheel drive here too. So what should I go with? Probably better acceleration. They both have acceleration maxed out. This has better handling too. So let's go with the 263. Why not? Top speed, 263 miles per hour. We're probably not going to hit that top speed anywhere, but we'll do the best we can. Let's see how it goes. Hey Jackson, I don't have a clan. I'm not in a clan, but I'm happy to join one just to play with a couple of friends. So here we go. Oh, we didn't do Forza Vista also. This is a beauty. This car is a beauty. We got to check this out. This is for the thumbnail, right? This is that thumbnail car. All right, so here's what we're looking at. Beautiful, massive car. Huge. All right. Bulky little car. So beautiful lights on the front though. I'm loving it. Let's explode everything if we can. There's nothing to explode, but ooh, look at those doors. They are so good when they open. They look so good. Look at that. Wow. McLaren just looks so good. They're designed so beautifully. I love the McLaren looks. Even the classic McLarens, the P1s and all that. I love those. Lots of screens. 2 screens, you know, the usual setup for these modern cars. Not much there. There's a drive, a neutral, and reverse. Nothing else there. All right, we got giant paddle shifters right there, orange and black. Nice colors. Everything looks good at the top. Reinforced and everything. And here we go. We got a giant Sabre. And we're going to now hop in and we're going to take it out for a spin in this new tuning setup. We got our 264 top speed. Whew! Andrew, making money in Forza is just all about the grind, man. You just gotta keep on racing, you gotta keep on driving, you gotta keep on doing stunts. Make sure you pick a car that has a good skill tree. For example, the Supra MK4 can make you a lot of money, can make you get you a lot of credits. The Supra MK4 has also a drift kind of multiplier. So if you max out on that skill tree on the Supra, and there's many other cars that are like that, and then you just go around off-roading, just jumping off of cliffs and hills and climbing up mountains and whatnot and just destroying stuff, and that'll get you a lot of points and a lot of wheel spins and stuff, and that's how you earn the money. You know, the wheel spins kind of get you the money. All right, let me go this way. Let's go. No, actually, we didn't do the stadium jump with this, so we got to do the stadium. Let me go to the stadium. Never mind. All right, so this tune-up, by the way, is pretty fast. Okay. Definitely not the fastest. His handle's pretty good, though. 6 gear, 190 miles per hour, 200 braking. Yeah, so definitely still not the fastest thing that there is. You know, a little bit underwhelming, this car, to be honest with you. The way it looks and the way it appears, you feel like it's a McLaren. It's got the McLaren badge on it. You feel like it's going to be super fast, super crazy, but it's not one of those. But we still got to 242 miles per hour, and that's when we hit the ramp and we get to 1,700 footage. All right, that's the air time we got, 1,700 something feet. All right, whatever the car lacks in terms of acceleration and speed, it does make up in handling, so that's kind of nice. Right, some of these cars are, you know, every car can't have everything. And it's just getting darker in Forza. I'm about to hit the stadium up under the lights, baby. Let's go. Under the lights. Woo! Definitely feels like a hypercar. Feels good driving. Handling is pretty good. You feel the rush. You feel the adrenaline rush. And just like that, we're at the stadium already. A little understeer there. Was going too fast. But here we are. Woo! You know, this is like a daily driver kind of a fast car. You know? It's fast. It can get you in some trouble, but if you learn how to drive it, you'll have more exciting times than terrible times. All right, here we go. Turning it around, even whipping it around is a task because it is a heavy car. It's a big car. All right, we're back at it. We're going straight into the stadium with this. Lights are turning on. 200, 199. 199 miles per hour. That's when we hit the deck. And we're halfway through the field. Look at that. We're right next to the ball. All right, we're right next to the ball. And we're going to go ahead and tap it up. Bing. All right. Turn around. And our final jump in this car is, once again, we're going to go back to our final destination right here. And fast travel to it. And we're going to see with this new tuning setup with the top speed, how far does this car get me? All right. There's no way this car's crossing the river, guys. There's no way it's going to cross the river. It's very heavy feeling. And just, you know, the acceleration, I don't even think I'm going to get up to 240, 245 right now, given how short the runway is for this particular car and this tuning setup. So I don't think I'm going to get too far with this. But hey, we try this with every car. We're going to try it with this. The Sabre it is.
You have arrived at your destination.
Brakes are very good though. Brakes are very, very good. All right, here we go. All right, 100 miles an hour already. That acceleration to 150 is just incredible. Really fast. All right, after 170 it goes not as fast. Now we're already at 200 to 20 miles per hour. All right, 8th gear, and we're going 230. All right, so there we go. See how far this gets us. And pretty close to the edge, pretty close. All right, it's a little bit more than halfway, right? A little bit more than halfway. So that's pretty cool. All right, lights are on. Ooh. And now we can do a barrel. Whew, the acceleration, I'm telling you, up to 200 is incredible. All right, so like I said, we didn't really get to even 240, 245 in this in terms of, you know, launching. It is what it is. I had more hopes for the McLaren, but whatever. McLaren Sabre is definitely not my favorite McLaren in this game. But because this was a DLC car, it was in a car pack, I had higher hopes for this car. I thought it was going to blow my mind somehow, but it just didn't. It just didn't. It's still a good car, don't get me wrong, and it looks beautiful. It's a gorgeous car. It just didn't. I guess I had too many expectations. All right, so here we go. Nighttime, we're going to try to do a barrel. Oh, what am I doing? Chat distracted me. Chat, what are you doing, chat? All right, here we go. Here we go. Focus, focus. Okay. Woo! That was a sweet little barrel. Okay, the alignment was off. We didn't get to the bridge, but that was a sweet little barrel. The barrel was so clean, so perfect. But anyway, let's go back up. Let's try one more time. Maybe we'll get to the bridge. Andrew, yes, that's what I'm saying. Try to get a lot of skills points. What skills points get you is your perks. You can unlock a lot of perks. A lot of times in the cars you have perks that give you wheel spins, and really it's the wheel spins. Also, I would recommend, there are a lot of these user created, you know, the creative hub. Go to the creative hub, and they have a lot of races there that are designed specifically for you to earn as many credits as you can from a race. A lot of them give you wheel spins, a lot of them give you a lot of credits. So go for those. They designed these races specifically so that during the race you destroy a bunch of stuff and you earn a lot of points and stuff like that. So that's the other way to do it. Look in the creative hub. Alrighty, so here we go. One last chance, and we're gonna try to do a barrel and see if we can get to the bridge. It is very hard to get to the bridge. That was pretty good. No, I'm not aligned to the bridge. Needed to create a better angle. This time around I got closer to the beach though, on the other side. Isn't that crazy? doing a barrel, I got close to the beast than I did when I was going straight. Sometimes it's all about the angles. All right. I said it's gonna be the last try, but I do feel like I want to do one more chance. Let's give the Sabre another chance, and me, because I'm the one driving the Sabre. It's not the Sabre's fault. All right, and we could also take a look at the car mastery of this, the perks and the car skills. You know, I think this one did have a wheel spin, but I'll check it out. Why not now? Why not now? All right, we go to cars, go to car mastery. Oh, look at that. There's a super wheel spin in here, so that's pretty cool. Right? So that's pretty awesome. There's a wheel spin and a super wheel spin, so I like that. I like when DLCs give you cars that have wheel spins and super wheel spins in their skills tree, because there should be a little bit of a reward for people who, you know, are obviously paying money to buy a car pack. They should get a bit of a reward, I feel like. And the wheel spin is always nice. Nobody hates a wheel spin. Everybody loves a wheel spin. They're fun. All right, here we go. One more time. And this round, we're going to try to do a clean barrel. Create a bigger angle. Come from the left a little bit farther down. From the left. Come in. Okay, so my speed is pretty good. I'm not worried about that. This is where I'm coming from. Yes. Did I go too far? Yeah, maybe I went too far. The angle was a bit too much on that one, but that was the right idea. All right, now I feel like I gotta give it one more try. Look at that coffee cup up there. We can use a little bit of that right now. All right, one more. And then we'll get into the Diablo GTR. Everybody talks about the Diablo. Diablo's making a comeback. Everybody's talking about the Lamborghini Diablo lately. A lot of comments lately on videos about the Lamborghini Diablo. Oh my gosh. What did I just do? You know, one thing about the steering wheel is if you like don't hold the steering wheel properly, or by properly I mean like put some force into it, you know, hold it, don't just let it move. Because if you just keep your fingers on it or something like that, it actually, you lose control of the car. Because those little bumps make the car turn and stuff, and then all of a sudden you're all over the place. So it's usually better to keep your hands on the steering wheel. So I noticed that every time I let my hand go off, you know, I lose control of the car. But anyway, let's go again. Woo! So on the wheel, when I have to set up my camera, I have a button mapped to camera. So I just press that button and it switches in and out of camera modes. I think I got a good barrel, guys. Look at this. Come on, come on. Let me get in. Let me get... Ooh, no. Get back in, get back in. Come on. Come on. No. That was a good barrel, man. I landed on the bridge on all 4 tires and still messed up. Can you believe that? Anyway, no average angler. It was your comment that distracted me. Come on, man. I was reading your comment about the camera. Okay, oh, you're talking about screen record. Okay, one on the wheel and one... Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Okay, so I got a camera right here, which is clamped up to my chair. Okay, that's like a USB camera I got going on. It's clamped to my chair and it's angled at the wheel, and I could usually, you know, move it up or down, something like that. Okay, and then I got a camera that is behind the monitor that's looking at me, and that's the camera up here. And what else I got? Then I got the screen recording going on. So that's it. That's really it. There's no... Those are the 2 cameras. Yeah, that's it. I'm just looking at chat again to see if anybody responded. But yeah, so that's my camera setup, and I use OBS to record when I do my live streams. So there you have it. This is the acceleration car pack. I am gonna go back. Woo! Okay. Let's go back to the river and get into that Diablo GTR that everybody wanted. And let's try to do this jump with that Diablo GTR. And the Porsche 911 RS too, I think. Somebody asked for. After I'm done slamming into the freaking trees. But here we go. All of a sudden, I can't drive. Anyway, okay, so let's do Diablo GTR. So, by the way, let's wrap up the acceleration pack, right? That was the main thing. This video was about the acceleration pack. Okay, so what do we do with the acceleration pack? Let's do a final countdown, final verdict. We got 4 cars. Out of all of them, the most fun that I had was the Ginetta G10 RM. When I turned it into a drifter, that was the best. The GT500, I'm going to turn that into a drifter in a little bit. That might be fun also, but I had a lot of fun with the Ginetta. So my number 1 is the G10 in this car pack. All right, out of all these 4 cars, the Supervan, Ford, the G10, the GT500, and the McLaren Sabre. Out of these 4, the G10 wins for me in terms of how fun it was. Both in terms of a speedy car, but also as a drifter, it was just amazing. So I favorited the car, and it was great. The Shelby, I'm going to turn that into a drifter and find out. McLaren, it was underwhelming, a little bit disappointing. Had higher hopes for that car in terms of speed. Great acceleration, gets up to 240, 245, no problem. The top speed was 263 or something, but really the weight was a bit much, but the handling was pretty good, right? So you can't have it always. I did like the handling of it. And the Supervan 4 was also a pretty exciting car for a van, an electric car. It had 2 separate modes, and it also had 2 speeds, which on an electric car you don't get very often in this game. You usually have 1 gear, 1 speed, and that's all you get. But in this one, you get 2 speeds, and that was quite a lot of fun. So before I go back to the GT500 and tune that up into a drifter, I want to go and get everybody what they wanted to see, which is the Lamborghini Diablo. Let's go to manufacturer. Lamborghinis are right there. Okay, I guess not. They were a ways over. Okay, so Lamborghini right here. Lamborghini Diablo GTR, where are you? I got so many cars at this point, it's very hard to find cars. That's the Diablo SV. There's the Diablo GTR. I got a performance class X. Let's get in the car and let's see what it is. Awesome car. Man, this car is a monster. Talk about acceleration. The only thing I had trouble with this car is it accelerates so fast, and just, I guess, its composition. The handling at higher speed just goes crazy. All right, at higher speeds, it's much harder to handle. Shakes way too much. It's the OG car, you know. It's very raw in its experience, which a lot of people enjoy. I do too, to be honest with you. But it makes it a little bit more challenging to drive, which is good. Challenge is good. All right, 245, 250 easily. 7th gear, 265, 268, 271. 271 miles per hour is what I got. And obviously this joins the River Crossers Club, no problem. At 270 miles per hour, you do join the River Crossers Club in this game, and you can easily cross that river. All right, so there you go, the Lamborghini Diablo fans. You got a little showcase of the car that you were asking for, and here we go. Let's hop in. Look at that raw, classic inside, nothing fancy. Straight up a speedometer, no fancy font even. You know, this car is just all about speed. And does a great job of suppressing car noise inside. Hop back out and you hear it. All right. Excuse me. So there's the Diablo. I need to take a sip of the drink. There you go. All right, a little ASMR for ASMR fans for my drink. All right, so here you go. What you want to do, boy? Hey, hey, hey! That was a little bit of a cheating. He took off real quick. I'm not gonna catch him. Oh, I'm not gonna catch him. That's a Valkyrie he's got. Woo! But I am gonna pass him maybe on the up. Oh yeah, he doesn't cross the river. I am way past you, brother. You had a good launch, but you didn't finish good. Right? All's well that ends well. He won the race, most of it, and I won the jump. Congratulations, champ. All right, next car. Somebody was asking for Happy 4th of July, Hunter. Happy 4th to you too. May the 4th be with you. Andrew, that's just a fake, man. Selling an M4 doesn't get you any money. As far as I know, that's a fake. All right, don't fall for that. All right, so let's go ahead and do our last car. Somebody was asking for Porsche 911 GT3 RS. I got that. Hold on. I got that. Porsche 911 GT3 RS, right? Yeah. I just reviewed this car. I have it on Performance Class X right now. I just reviewed it in my last live. This is a part of the car pack. And what was that car pack called again? The Apex. The Apex car pack. The Apex something, right? Where am I? Alright, so this is the Porsche GT3 RS, baby. I love this car, actually. It's a great car, great handler, good enough speed. It's not like super fast. Even the Performance Class X, it's not like super crazy fast. But it's fast. And it's good. It's a lot of fun. And it's a Porsche, so it handles so good in this game. Woo! Sounds good, too. 200 miles per hour, 220, 230, 245, 250, 260. All right, there you go. Really nice car. Looks really great too. I love the looks of it. It joins the River Crossers Club every time. It's just a great car. Great looking car too. I love how it looks. It's so low. I mean, everything just looks so great about this thing. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful car. All right, anything else? Yeah, this Porsche is nice, right, Zaman? Or Z-Man? Real nice Porsche. All right, anyway, people always ask me how many cars I got and this and that. So maybe we'll look at the stats real quick. How many cars do I have? I have 657 cars in my garage at the moment. All right. So to wrap up, we'll do a little drift, you know, a little drift session right here. That's always fun. And then we'll wrap up. Go to some of my favorite cars. And then, oh no, we're gonna do the Shelby, a Shelby tweak, but nah, we'll save that for another day. I'm trying to wrap up now. And let's go to filter. Only my favorites from S1, S2. All right, what do we get? All right, so which of these drifters should I pick? Those Audis are great. Last time I ended the live with that M2 drifter, and that was sweet. That car drifts so good. One of my all-time faves. All right, and if you don't know about my police car, that's my favorite drifter. Oh man, you guys missing out. That cop car right here, the Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, so dope. Let's hop in. Gotta give you a little taste of this. Turn on my drift setup right here on the steering wheel, and let's go. We got the lights on and all that. Nope, the other way, champ. All right, it's a big giant car. I don't know what's stuck in front of it. It's not moving. It's a big giant car. See, it just hit something that wasn't there. Let's get this cup though. Okay, wreckage point. That's it. Nothing else. All right. So here's the Interceptor. And look at the drift. This thing drifts so good, guys. This is like a crazy car. It drifts so nice, so smooth. It's like a glider. It's so slow to transition. It's like a perfect beginner's drifter. I love this thing. I tuned it myself too, actually. I tuned this drift setup all by myself. And it was so good. It came out so good. And look at this cup that I'm just taking with me. All right. It is amazing. This car, one of my favorites to drift. And to this day, I enjoy it a lot. And it's pretty fast. It's got plenty speed. A lot of drift cars end up having a lot of speed, actually, because you need a lot of power. So those cars tend to have a pretty decent top speed also. Oh, whoa, didn't see the curve. All right, so here we go. Haha. And there's a drift zone right there. Is that what I'm seeing up there? We're gonna go obviously and crash that drift zone right now. Let's go. That's one of those drift zones. That's like a tough drift zone though. This right here. Okay. Look at this thing. You see this? This thing drifts so good. Down the hill, up the hill, whatever you like. The angles you get. Look at that. Oh man, this car is so much fun to drift, guys. So much fun to drift. But anyway, We drove all night in Forza Land, and it's daytime again. So we drove all day, all night, and we're back at it. Acceleration pack is a wrap. Let me know what you think about this. I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to wrap up. Thanks everybody who joined in. I appreciate you. And thank you for the message in the chat. I appreciate that also very much. It's been a journey. I appreciate all the support we're getting. And thank you for tuning in. Let me know what requests you have, what cars you want to see. I got all the car packs. I'm trying to get through every single car pack in the game, one live at a time. So there's only a couple more car packs left. There's a couple more lives I'll do, one for each car pack, and I'll see you in the next one then. Peace. Let me do this one last crazy jump, and then we'll turn off. Adios. There you go. Happy 4th of July in the police interceptor. Red, white, and blue, baby. Here we go. The end.